Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trello. We'll talk Tribe and Major League Baseball and Browns and NFL football. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Which NFL team features a helmet logo on only one side of their helmet? I'll have the answer later in the broadcast. The Tribe beat the Cincinnati Reds 8-1 tonight at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Corey Kluber was on the mound for the good guys tonight. Kluber went 7 innings, giving up 5 hits and 1 earned run, and striking out 7 batters. Then the bullpen took over and really finished the job. Neil Ramirez came on in the 8th and went 1 inning and did not give up a run or a hit. Then Tyler Olson, who was recalled up from AAA in Columbus, came on in the 9th and was able to put the game away for the Tribe and get the save. Yonder Alonso extended the Tribe's lead in the first by hitting a 2-run single up the middle into center field. The Tribe will be back in action. The Tribe will go for the sweep when they take on the Cincinnati Reds tomorrow night at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Shane Bieber, the right-hander, will be on the mound for the good guys tomorrow night with a record of 6-2. And Robert Stevenson, the right-hander for the Reds, will be on the mound for the Reds, with a record of 0-1. First pitch at 7:10. The Tribe placed Trevor Bauer on the 10-day disabled list with a stress fracture of the right fibula. Bauer was struck by a line drive above his right ankle on Saturday night against the White Sox. X-rays taken that night were negative, but an MRI on Tuesday revealed what Tribe manager Terry Francona called a small stress fracture of the fibula, as I said at the top of when I broadcast at the top of the story. Adam Plutko will take Bauer's spot in the rotation and start against the Orioles on Saturday at Progressive Field. The Tribe has, as I just mentioned just a few minutes ago, the Tribe has recalled lefty Tyler Olson from AAA in Columbus to help out the bullpen for the immediate future. The Tribe is for the immediate future, and Tyler Olson did come on in the 9th in the game against the Reds this evening. The Tribe is not putting a timetable on when Bauer will return to the Tribe's pitching lineup. It's not a bad fracture of the fibula, and I feel give him 10 days, and if it's 2 to 4 weeks, or give him 10 days, and he should be ready to go be back in the lineup and ready to go for the postseason. So, and then we know the Tribe is going to the playoffs no matter what, and they are still in first place in the Central Division, and ahead of the Minnesota Twins, and they are 68-51 on the year. The Browns had day 14 of training camp in Berea today, as they get ready to take on Tyrod Taylor's former teammates, the Buffalo Bills, at home at First Energy Stadium in preseason football. And it will also be their first home preseason football game at First Energy Stadium. Baker Mayfield has proven that he is a starter, but as we all know, Tyrod Taylor will be the Browns' starting QB for the upcoming season. Hugh Jackson said in his press conference today, "We just need to keep stacking good days on top of each other." But there were 3 fights that broke out at training camp today, or as they say, scruffle, broke out at Browns training camp today between wide receiver Jarvis Landry and defensive back Terrence Mitchell. Given the fact that they are starters, these things do happen. This is football, and we have been going for it and practicing a lot. I mean, they did have words, but they were taken and they were given a talking to, but they have words, but they do know that this cannot be happening all the time at training camp. Now, Hugh Jackson also said Baker Mayfield wasn't sure if he would get time, lots of playing time, as he did against the New York Giants on Thursday last week, and Hugh Jackson said he hopes that Baker Mayfield will get it, even though Tyrod Taylor will start the game, but Baker Mayfield will get a lot of playing time against the Buffalo Bills on Friday. Now, I feel the running backs need to gel. They need to come out and they need to put the pressure on right away. And they have to not be in the penalties and not have any penalties at all, or not very few at least. Now, I do feel that this game is going to be a good game, and I think it's going to be a close one against the Browns and Bills. So I am going to say, this is my prediction, like I did last week. I'm going to say that the Browns are going to win by a field goal, 24-21. Now, I don't mind if my prediction is wrong, because I know these games, and we all know these games do not mean anything, but they will when the regular season begins on Sunday, September 9th, as the Browns will take on the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And as you know, I have mentioned this before, that when the regular football season begins, I am declaring Sundays as Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. And I will go over all the early and late games and the Sunday night game and, of course, the Monday night game. I will do analysis. I will do picks of the week. I will make predictions. And I will give updates on what I feel about each team. And I will do a little prediction of how I feel, what teams will make the playoffs. That's going to be a long way off right now. And I also will have frequent guests on from time to time. And on opening day, I will be doing my first Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday broadcast from the Murphy House, the home of my friends Matt and Katie Murphy. And my special guest will be none other than my really good friend, and who's one of my best friends, Matt Murphy. And he and I will go, and we will have all NFL football and Browns football coverage for you. And we will have that for you, and I will be and look forward to that, and watch for the premiere of that from the Murphy House as I do that on Sunday, September 9th, and every Sunday during the regular NFL football season. Now, former Ohio State assistant coach Zach Smith met with investigators today regarding the allegations and the charges of the abuse and the allegations and charges and the domestic violence charges against his wife, Courtney Smith. And Urban Meyer, and we know, is on administrative leave and could be suspended, but just don't expect him to lose his job. And we will know, and within 14 days, and that's coming up pretty quick, we will know what the results are. And I will have that information when it becomes available. Now we'll get back to talking Browns and training camp and about the Tribe in just a sec. But it's now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Which NFL team features a helmet logo on only one side of their helmet? If you said the Pittsburgh Steelers, you are correct. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the only NFL team to display their logo on only one side of their helmet. In 1962, the team was not sure how their new logo would look on their solid and gold helmets. They decided to test out the logo on just one side of the helmet. The attention that attained as well as the record-setting 9-5 season made the logo's placement permanent even after the team switched to the solid black helmets. I'll have another trivia question on my next broadcast, so stay tuned for that. Now, getting back to the tribe and putting Bauer on the 10-day disabled list, I feel this is a good move because he really felt it got struck by that line. It really hurt. He really got struck big time by that line drive. And if it's 2 to 4 weeks, it should be fine because it's not bad at all, and it's just a small one. And give him 10 days, and he should be back in the tribe lineup, and he should be good to go for the postseason. And I think it's going to be just that. And I do feel that way because I feel Bauer's a good pitcher. He's going to be back in that lineup before we know it. So I feel that will be, and he'll be good for the postseason. Now, we're almost out of time. Before I sign off, I want to get back to talking about Browns and training camp. And I feel, and as I've said before, the Browns, they look really good against the Giants. Excuse me. And last Thursday night. But the running backs, and they need to come out and gel. They have to put the pressure and not give the opposing quarterback so much room. And they need to put the pressure on him from the get-go. And they need to not have so many penalties. The penalties are what are costly in any game situation. And they need to really not have so many penalties. And I know Browns fans are going to agree with me on that. Well, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. Always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.